I'm back in Portimao. Quick recap, we came to Portimao, plenty of rain, I didn't get much track time, and when I did get some track time, my bike wasn't working properly. I had a fueling issue, couldn't understand what that was. Decided to make a brave decision to leave the bike here in Portimao with a very capable mechanic, Aprilia authorized and all that, brilliant showroom, and yeah, left the bike with them, and you know, just went back home, went back to work. All my stuff was very kindly looked after by a gentleman from Redline track days. He's an amazing guy, absolutely fantastic, and he kept all my stuff. He's Mr. Steve Carmichael, who's, I think he's ex Isle of Man racer as well, you know, and he kept all my stuff, and the bike was at the garage getting mended. I'll tell you why. So I'm back to the Portimao circuit, picked the bike up and picked all the stuff up and everything back here. So this is day one. Morning session has happened. This is lunchtime. Unfortunately, I still have a fueling issue. The bike has not. The bike's got the same kind of issue. 135 miles an hour. You know, anything after that, there's a bit of a glitch in power. Then I get the power back. Very irritating. Really kind of. You know, it's so funny because I had this problem probably about 4 or 5 sessions. That's all we had really last time. Because I had this problem then. And you know, I had all these hopes and, you know, all the money spent and all the efforts made and everything. Came back, first lap, first session, second gear, you know, 130 odd miles an hour, same thing. And you know what, I actually was hysterical under my helmet, because you know, the weather is fantastic. You know, what a place. When the weather is good, this place is fantastic. And the bike is still, unfortunately, has got a bit of an issue. However, I've decided to have a very positive frame of mind, and I think I can live through this problem if I manage my throttle a bit better. Haha! From track to my house, back home now. I thought this is the best way to kind of go through my videos, rather than you just watching a bike going around the track, because that's pretty boring. So I'm gonna try to see if I can accommodate my face into the video and take you through the laps. Let's start with the first lap straight away. So here we are following some guys. I think this is the last or the second last corner, Sagres or something, and I actually don't know what sighting lap this is, so I want to show you something very interesting. So I presume this is the last sighting lap, because I had left the pit so late, and you know, doing my business, going across, following people, and then suddenly I see this Yamaha from my left just gunning it, and he overtook everyone, and I got really excited. I thought, okay, time to go. Absolutely full beans, kind of full beans, I think. No, speed is pretty less at the moment, so it's about 150 miles an hour, about 220 odd kilometers an hour, and now bang! You see that? You see how hard I had to brake? So there was a Moto 3 bike I just overtook, and I nearly went into the back of this guy. Now that Moto 3 bike just overtakes me. So that was a bit of a reality check, is don't follow other people. Now that guy overtook everyone, and I thought that's it, you know, sighting laps is finished, but no, they're not finished. And he then suddenly decided to brake really hard and decide to you know, ride slowly. I nearly went into the back of him, and this is like the second lap or something. So massive lesson learned, that take your time, don't just follow other people, just keep an eye on when the sighting lap finishes. Okay, now I'm pretty certain the instructors have gone in, so look at this, straight away there's a guy in the gravel, and he's just coming out. Massive example. The instructors have just, well, actually they're going in now. They're actually going in now, and someone's already in the gravel. So I'm giving it full beans, kind of. What speed are we doing? 50, 160. Yeah, just touched 171 miles an hour there. Hard brake into the corner. Now this is the first proper lap, okay, not sighting lap, first proper lap. So I'm trying to, I haven't got much traffic in front, so I'm like, fantastic, I think everyone's behind me. And then how quickly I catch everyone. There you go, another guy crashed. Just, he was standing on the side of the road. You know, first lap this is, and we've got 3 days here, so I'll come back in a bit on that point. So Alright, going, and I'm catching people up pretty quick. I think this is a Suzuki, I remember this one. Yeah, just kind of in the middle really. It wasn't really anyway, so I decided to overtake him pretty quick. So yeah, if you saw that guy was there. This is the first lap of a 3-day event, and we've already seen 2 people in trouble. First lap, just after the sighting lap. So it's all about taking your time. Okay, now I'm gonna come back to what I was saying earlier about. So I'm a fast intermediate kind of a guy, and I've been put in the novice group because I was a. There you go. I'm overtaking one. I think I'm overtaking second bike, maybe third bike. I think so. Third bike, fourth bike, gone. Fifth, sixth bike. I don't know the number. I apologise a bit because I was a bit too close to him at his first lap, and I think I'm going to overtake these lot as well. There you go, another one gone. So yeah, so I'm a fast intermediate guy, and I've been put in the novice group because I was a very odd booking, as you guys know from the recap. So yeah, I wasn't very comfortable because I was quite a lot faster than these people. And so you just have to thread your way carefully. Now something interesting is going to happen now. So I've overtaken a number of people, getting greedy, absolutely on it, thinking let's go, and want to show you something interesting which I saw earlier. So hit about 167, 168 miles an hour, brake, got a bit greedy, and there you go, I'm off. Massive movement of the steering, and I'm off. But thankfully there's a runoff area. I mainly take my chances on hard braking on where I know there is no gravel, because you don't want to be going in the gravel. So if you think there's gravel on the other side, just be extra careful. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the first lap and a half and what you can learn from it. It's like you've got 3 days, guys, on the track. You don't have to be uber fast straight away and end up in the gravel like that number 1 guy. Number 2 guy, I don't know what happened to him. He was standing on the side of the road, maybe crashed, maybe bike problem, and then thirdly, myself, I saw someone overtaking me on the outside. I thought sighting laps are finished, and I gave it some, and then that guy just decided to just completely become a tortoise, and just, it was really slow. Yeah, so before I bore you anymore with these first session, I'll move on to something faster. See ya. Well, like they say, back to the studio. Well, that was the first session. So you saw what can happen in the first session. So some things can go wrong. So you just take your time and just take it from there. Now I'm going to show you the afternoon session. So I took help from one of the Redline trainers, Mr. Stuart Jenner. Brilliant guy, fast guy, a racer, and he's a good coach as well. So I know the track by now. I just want to learn the lines. Now, what I'm doing is he's following me and then I'm following him. The overlay I'm using is from Harry's Lap Timer. Lesson learned from me, from Track Day Genius. If you're going to use your phone as for your lap timers, make sure you have an external Bluetooth or Wi-Fi GPS module, because your phone can only do maybe 1 to maximum 5 hertz per second from GPS. I think a GoPro 7, which I use for vlogging, but I don't use that on my bike, does about 17 or 18 or something like that. So it's a great idea. If you're going to use your phone, have an external GPS module, because as you will see, I'm not using any external GPS module. I have got an i2M Pro on my bike, and I've had problems syncing that to my GoPro, so I'm just using Harry's Lap Timer. Now the difference between the GPS speed, which is hysterical, and my dash is quite a bit. It does catches up to it, but by the time it catches up, I'm onto the next corner. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you want to see what speed I'm doing, look at my dash, not the GPS speed, because that's a little bit inaccurate. In terms of the lap timing, it's not bad. It's correct to about half a second. So here we go. I'm going to put that afternoon session on for you, and we'll talk about the session in a bit. what did you think? Wasn't very good. So I missed a lot of the apexes, as you could probably see, but now I kind of had the idea of what lines to take. So I think I must recommend this to everyone. Now, you can learn a track from YouTube or games or whatever, Ride 3 and stuff, but what you will not learn is the kind of elevation changes and a lot of things which can only happen real time. We came back and he kind of gave me a reality check of what I was doing wrong and what I was doing right, which wasn't that much, because you know, going fast is something else, and just doing decent lines and being smooth and progressive, you know, is different. Anyways, so so I kind of moved on from that. So I did a 2:12 there, so an improvement of 3 seconds, just following the instructor, and then I started kind of shaving my time off little by little. everyone. Day 1, Portimao has ended pretty well, to be honest. 2 minutes 7 it is. Felt really fast, but I don't know, you know, I'll have to double check the data, but I think it is a 2 minute 7. Well, courtesy of Redline, you get a beer. Not bad. Really nice beer, actually. Free beer when you finish. Guys, day 2 and day 3 coming up, so I just don't want to make a mistake. Don't want to dump my bike. I want to keep it safe, manage my fueling problem as well, but I want to do really well too. I'll be happy to go home if I do a I was thinking I'll be happy with a 2 minute 8. Now I've done a 2 minute 7. I'll say I'd be happy if I do a 2 minute 2 actually, which I thought I did, but I don't think I did, which is very annoying at the end of the day. Hey, what can you do? Anyways guys, I'll catch you guys later. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye bye.